Hello guys, this is Naga here. That's incredibly loud. We're gonna go and play a little bit of Need for Speed, the original. That, well, it was a beloved series for quite a while. Then it just kind of got really shit and, well, it's being milked for the blood that it has, except it has none left. So... Mazda, how adorable. I like that color. I'm gonna go with that color. Let's give him the shittiest car I can think of, which probably is that one. This is a game from 1995, so it's fairly modern as far as DOS goes. It is late, you know, it's very late in the DOS life cycle when Windows was already coming out and becoming a thing. Yeah, I don't want to fuck around with transmission. What's what? Left, right, up. Sure, don't care space, excellent. It's very straightforward. So, yeah, let's have ourselves a drive in the city. That is fine. Don't do that. I said, that's fine, thank you. So this is... Really? How do you... Oh, I'm retarded. There, that's a fitting word, right? So this is what the first ever Need for Speed looked like. Oh! Well, that's blatantly lying to me. That's also not what I pressed, but, you know, thank you for ignoring absolutely everything I've done. Thank you. Yeah. A and Z, that would be fine, right? Except I've seen auto shift. Yes, as in you do it for me, because it's a fucking unrealistic pain in the ass to ask me to do this and. Technical issues are fucking amazing, aren't they? Well, I guess I have to manual shift like a motherfucking idiot. Oh, just to start. And then it... What is the point? What? Okay, well, at least I know this now. So... That's a police scanner, I think. Or a checkpoint? No, that's a police scanner. See ya, fucker. The few early Need for Speed games all the way up to Underground 2 and maybe Most Wanted, you know, had police chases be a key component. Carbon did it, but then Carbon was really shit. Like, holy... So, the series for me has peaked at either Underground 2, which was arcadey and stupid enough with enough customization to be enjoyable, or Most Wanted, which was a little bit more gritty and it tried to put a story in a place that didn't need a story, but there was still tons of fun. This old piece of shit, this is where it all started. Funnily enough, this wasn't really the choice back home to play. This was more of a relic even back then. You know, you'd look at it and you think, oh, how quaint, and I don't know, for 95, a lot of what I'm seeing isn't exactly amazing. But at the same time, I might just be saying that because I remember 2 very vividly, Need for Speed 2. And that was the favorite. Me and my father would complete on tracks to see who could shave off milliseconds. And then we'd annoy the other into like, oh, I beat your time with an amount that I barely got, so you're not gonna get anything, etc. 2 was nice. I remember, like, a few of the levels and the windshield effects. That blew my mind at the time. But, oh, there's a windshield and the bug got caught on it. Oh, this is so realistic. But then, you know, what you think is realistic and photorealistic now, we're gonna look back on and laugh in, like, 15 years. It's gonna be all VR and AR, and what happened there? What? I think I finished the race, possibly. Okay. I thought I just spun out. So I'm gonna do something. This is weird. Like, I don't remember agreeing to a second race or anything, but oh well. So there isn't any in-game music, which is which is strange. I seem to remember there being a few, but then I also seem to remember this game coming on a CD-ROM, which was very new and fancy at the time. So I'm guessing that, you know, to save space, they just didn't include the soundtrack in this one. Whoops. Matter of fact, the compatibility options on this are quite good because there's just whole executables that are basically no sound. Okay, I didn't tell you to do that with the camera, and I cannot do anything. I can't switch gears, I can't reverse. I can do that, but that's... Oh, wow, that's what is going on. Wow, I cannot explain to you what that was, because I still don't know. Anyway, may as well do it in this camera, just to show off. That vehicle that I just passed looks an awful lot like Clyde's car from Vigilante 8. If any of you get that, please follow me on Twitter, because I need you in my life, because Vigilante 8 was a fantastic game. I know I could take my foot off the gas, but this is a racing game, not a grandma driving game, so I don't particularly feel like I need to. Okay. And then it arbitrarily requires me to shift up, and it's completely the computer now. I haven't done anything. That whole donut was the computer. So, yeah, this royal mess was the original Need for Speed. It only does manual if it wants to. It'll take control away from you, and now that I've gotten to experience this, I think it suffers from Assassin's Creed syndrome, where the first game is so shit that you wonder how a sequel got made, but then that sequel made everything so much better that you're pretty happy about it in the end. I want to, like, do some of the cars and tracks, but it's just cars and tracks. You know, you won't get a better idea of how the game is. That said, I'm gonna have a quick look on this stage, because the little thumbnail thing for it, I feel like I've seen that before. Like, I remember it from before. Also 8 laps, okay. That's kind of why I don't like racing games, is it might be 40 seconds and probably less, but 8 times that is just too much time to press forward. This is also why I don't like most racing games in general, if they're just like pure racing, without like cop chases and destruction and weapons and shit, is because that's not good gameplay. Why do I have to sit for longer than necessary to do a repetitive thing? Like, I'm just going around in a circle. It might have corners, it might have bumps, but that's all it is going around in a circle. How's that exciting? You know, maybe for the first 2 laps, and then it's just you're doing the same thing over and over again. Despite not being the first, like, track, this is way more forgiving than the first one, which in hindsight has some asshole turns and cops. Well, kind of ate that one for myself, but oh well. So I'm obviously not going to do the full 8 laps of this. That's just insulting to me and my time. But yeah, this was Need for Speed. I'm sort of glad that people were able to look past this and make a sequel. If I'm able to get a copy, you know, a legitimate copy, I will demonstrate that for you, provided that it runs, because it's a really, really old game, but it's just old enough to be, like, Windows old. Which means that it might require some severe tweaking to even run, and then I can't guarantee that it'll run well. Unless there's a GOG version of Need for Speed 2 up, because GOG tends to be fairly good and does compatibility options and patches to make the product at least enjoyable on modern computers. If you are new to Need for Speed as a series, look at Underground and or Underground 2. That seems to be where most of the fun is, and Need for Speed Most Wanted, not the recent one, so not the 2010 whatever one, actually should run on modern computers with too much hassle. So, this was an idiot driving like an idiot today. Thank you for watching.